What's up? I'm back again. It's Tuesday, or by the time you see this is Tuesday. So it's Monday now, but I'm speaking to the future. How are ya? I hope you're all good, as always. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna maybe last review for Halloween. I reviewed parts 5 to 8, which I know technically Halloween, uh, H2O and Resurrection aren't numbered, but I decided to just name them anyway. Basically, the originals until Rob Zombie touched it and tainted it. Um, so yeah, it kind of got a bit crazy. I must say, the original film was just a typical like horror slasher film, and whenever you beat him, whenever you shot Michael Myers, he'd get up. But I mean, you just think it's like, okay, he's obviously a determined killer. But then the later films started going into this whole thing about curses and cults and stars aligning and just being, ultimately evil and that it's all in the blood, which, I don't know, it kind of got a bit stupid. I mean, they were entertaining. I would say 5 and 6. I think The Return of Michael Myers and The Curse of Michael Myers, which are 5 and 6, were, or it might have been vice versa, I don't know, I don't care. They were good, but it kind of got into too much of the territory, like oh, it's all part of his family. The whole family is what's in their blood. And then I think they were good, but I'm glad they kind of got away with the family because in H2O it said, okay, we're gonna ignore the whole cult thing. We're gonna ignore the whole daughter having a baby, her having a baby, whatever. We're just gonna get back to Jamie Lee Curtis. She's back. She's still having flashbacks. She's still messed up about the whole situation. And up to the point, to the end of H2O, I've been saying the same thing over and over again. Why doesn't anyone just cut his head off? Say why doesn't anyone just do that? Or just squash his head, chop it up, just go crazy. No one ever does it. They just shoot him, they beat him with pipes, they do all sorts of schlocky stuff. No one ever chops off his head. And then finally, at the end of H2O, Jamie Lee Curtis had an axe, and she finally did it after 7 films. Someone said, or 6. Michael Myers wasn't in third film. So I'm gonna chop his head off, and he's dead, and that was it. But of course, said, okay, his head's chopped off. How do we bring him back for resurrection? Well, it's not him. Apparently, Michael Myers switched bodies or switched clothes with a security guard. Apparently, he's very smart. He's very tactical, and that's who Jamie Lee Curtis. That's who Laurie. That's whose head she chopped off, was a security guard. Um, it reminded me H2O or Resurrection is Jamie Lee Curtis at the very start and she gets killed off, and it reminded me a lot of Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston. He was in the first movie. It was big, and he only agreed to do the second movie. First, he has a cameo, kind of like a very small part, but also they have to kill him off. They have to kill his character off. And honestly, I think that probably was the same for Jamie Lee Curtis. Said, "All right, I'll do Resurrection, but Laurie gets killed off, and I'm never back again." And sure enough, and I always wondered, okay, he kills her, so he's done now. So, but no, then that have a whole new generation. Resurrection was turned into just your typical kind of slasher flick that's so cliche, and then of course I had to put in video camera, kind of shaky cam stuff, probably because of like Blair Witch Project, and that was obviously a complete flop because at the end Michael Myers was still alive. Rather than doing Halloween 9, they said, "Oh, we'll just reboot it, put Rob Zombie." Don't know if I'm gonna watch those ones. If I do, it'll be a while. Want a little break. I've watched 8 films. I want to a little break from Halloween and Michael Myers. And another thing, I've been watching those movies. I don't know if it's the same kind of mask, but at least in the first one, I cannot see William Shatner's face in that mask. I don't know how that was a William Shatner mask, because that was a big thing. It's like, oh, they actually use a William Shatner mask and painted it white. I don't see it. I do not see it. Oh well. Anyway, that's it for Halloween. Uh, I'm For the moment, I'm closing the book on it. Of course, that being said, I could watch, the first Rob Zombie movie tonight if I'm bored. If I'm bored and can't sleep, I might watch it and see how it goes. But the fact that I stayed up watching wrestling till 4 o'clock in the morning probably suggests that I'll sleep. Alrighty, and I'll sleep and I'll finish this video. So, yeah, the Halloween series, the original series, it was a good start. It was a great start, but then it turned into schlock. I mean, they were entertaining. They've always been entertaining. But yeah, Resurrection kind of spoiled it. It had shitty one-liners, and I think Busta Rhymes, is that his name? That black dude at the end, he had too many kind of one-liners. It's like, Happy Halloween, motherfucker. It's like, don't. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Back tomorrow. I'll probably do the news tomorrow. Oh, and it's June. Despite the shitty weather, we're now in June. April just dragged on so much, but after April, May flew. June is probably going to go super quick. Oh, time's going too fast. Not enough time, Michael. Not enough time. Godfather reference. So, till tomorrow, I suppose, have a good one.